very interesting to cut it so short. But
Yeah.
but at the same time, it leaves a lot to the imagination, you know.
Yeah, I think I really enjoyed this one. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Next one is called Beyond, I believe, and it was directed by Koji Morimoto. This is a story of Yoko trying to locate her cat, Yuki, but as she grows closer to finding her pet, some kids let her know that her cat is most likely at the haunted house located nearby. We soon find out that the paranormal phenomenon is actually caused by a glitch in the Matrix. Very cool. Agents show up and change the location to an uneventful parking lot, eliminating and covering up their problem.
Yeah, man, I thought this one was really cool. I like the how the kids were just. I mean, nothing made sense in this area, which because of the glitch in this particular programming spot. Where the code in this area was messed up. So when they were like breaking the bottles, how they would just like explode and then reassemble themselves, which was really cool. And parts of gravity were like altered in a way.
Mm-hmm.
They explained it as like it's a haunted house, and that's the reasoning for why these things are all like that.
Because going off of I was going to say the same thing. Is that's so interesting because we as people who probably think too much, and our brains are constantly running about things we shouldn't think about. Going down a rabbit hole, it opens up the possibility of what if in our reality, in our real world right now, what if all paranormal phenomenon is just glitches, you know?
Yep.
So it's a very strange thing to think about in the world, and I think that was kind of the point, not of this one, but of all of them, is just like to open your mind to all of these possibilities. Like,
yeah,
reality is only what we think it is. You know, there could be much more that our brains can't comprehend, and this one does it's very short too, but it does a great job of that. And I'm putting that question out there: is we don't really know too much about anything.
Very true.
Also, go ahead.
No, I was going to say it sucks that you get to see the agents realizing that the kids are realizing that they don't realize that they're in a glitch or in the Matrix, but they because they're all there and experiencing that, it makes them more aware of the area and the situation. So when they go back, it's just a boring parking lot.
Yeah, and I think it's very fast, but it seems like the agents or whoever gets there to clean up the mess, they like take them all away, right?
Yeah.
And then when the kids try to go back and kind of how do you say, like, reproduce these things that they were already able to do, they can't do it anymore because it's been kind of in essence like wiped clean, tracks covered, you know what I mean? And it's crazy.
Yeah. And
it's this short is also beautiful to look at. It's very what's that style? Kiki's Delivery Service.
Oh yeah, man, that's an old one. I haven't seen that in forever.
Yes, that one, that animation style.
Oh, very reminiscent of that. Yeah, it is. Thinking back on it now.
Yeah,
man, that's a good callback.
So that's Beyond. The next one, very very solid one. Probably the wild card, I would say, a detective story.
Oh yeah.
This is Shinichiro Watanabe's second project in this series for the ANIMATRIX, and it showcases his wide range of style. this time adding a hard-edged noir sensibility to his work. The story follows a detective named Ash who gets an anonymous tip to find the infamous hacker Trinity. After eventually locating her, it's revealed that agents were in fact using Ash to find Trinity's location, something that they had tried various times in the past. While aboard a train, a shootout happens and Trinity is able to escape, leaving Ash alone with the agents, in which we are led to believe he's most likely killed after this.
Yeah, man. I thought this one, yeah, I'd have to agree with you. This one was a wild card, the one that you weren't expecting. I think that noir style that you mentioned, I thought was really cool. Then the dude, kind of, black and white, and they added that, like, it seemed like, grainy film on top of it.
Yeah, yes.
Which made it seem that much more, I don't know, just that much more cool.
And then Ash kind of narrating everything in that raspy, classic voice.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah, man, that was so cool. And then they kind of do the a callback almost to when Trinity pulls out the bug from Neo out of his belly button, but she pulls it out of his it was his eye, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
On this one. So I thought that was a cool little callback to the first Matrix.
And then Trinity, before she leaves him, she says something like, I think you could have handled the truth, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Which is very sad.
Yeah, man, it's like another contender, but, it's the damn agents kind of ruin it.
Yep. And then what a way he goes out like a G, man, because they run up, the agents run up on him in the train cabin, and he's already got his weapon drawn, and he's kind of playing with his lighter, and he's like, the case the case to end all cases, right?
Yeah.
And then it just the short kind of ends with his the flame of his lighter going out. So classic.
He's like lighting his cigarette, or trying to light his cigarette too, so made it even more badass. It looked all cool. I don't condone smoking cigarettes, but I think it looked cool. I don't smoke cigarettes. Straight edge.
Thinking about that would be a great either sticker or pin concept. Just.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Ideas,
yeah, man,
James.
This one was cool.
Yeah.
I know, man. Don't get me started. I'll do some more Matrix stuff, dude.
Hey, I'm not stopping you. And then our final one finally is Matriculated, I believe it's called. And this was directed by MTV's Aeon Flux creator, Peter Chung. This short, which looks very similar to the animation style of Aeon Flux, tells the story of a group of rebels who have dedicated their lives to trying to convert Sentinels to being non-hostile, therefore reframing them as allies for humans. After we've seen these tests successfully work, the rebels are swiftly attacked, and the converted robots help the humans, ultimately all being killed, except for one, what they call a runner robot, who is left to figure out what to do next.
Yeah, man. I thought this one was pretty... I liked it, but I think this one was probably, for me at least, towards the bottom. I don't know how you felt, but I like the fact that it kind of almost goes like full circle, because in the beginning you start off and she's kind of like staring into like not the abyss, but just the her surrounding areas and scouting or whatever. And then towards the end, I know we're gonna cover everything, but at the end, it's the robot has kind of basically taken her spot and is just in the same exact spot as she was in the beginning.
Yeah. This one, I think it's one of the longer shorts, which is interesting that they would pick this concept to do a longer one.
Yeah.
But it's still, even if it's on the bottom of the totem pole, it's still, none of these are bad, in my opinion.
Oh, no, not at all. No, yeah, I don't mistake that for that. But no, yeah, it's definitely entertaining, to say the least.
And I really liked how these rebels have kind of created like their own like mini Matrix, where where they would, you know, hijack these Sentinels and jack them into this program with them, and pretty much, I don't want to say brainwash because that sounds bad, but just turn them to our side, you know?
Kind of like recode them.
And that's not something that I know of had been really touched upon yet.
No, yeah.
So right there, it's just that's a pretty innovative and ballsy thing to do. And yeah, so this one is very fun. Again, this is like not done by the same guy as the world record, but very much in that same kind
very
of
similar.
Yeah, wacky, super wacky kind of animation style. But I did like when they jack into their mini matrix, how it kind of brightens up and you can see the difference in the tone.
Yeah, that was cool.
It looks rad, or even like the way when you tell the converted robots from the what's the word, from the
human killing ones.
Yeah, the enemy robots have red eyes, and then the converted ones have green. Correct?
Yeah, that's cool.
So that was fun. A lot of little details here, and I don't know. I believe this is in the cut that we watched. This is the last one, right? This is how it ends.
Yeah.
Okay. What? Talking about the ending and how the runner that they had converted. What do you think he's gonna do next? Or they, I should say they. What are they gonna do next?
Oh man, I don't know.
Because it's very open-ended, and you know, like
I'd like to think that maybe it tries to.
Because we don't know if the rebels had time to, like, if anybody else knew what they were doing. They're all dead. So if this Sentinel, this runner, is kind of fucked, because it's like you can't
go to people because they'll automatically think you're
trying to attack them.
Yeah. So you're kind of just like you're stuck. You're
in limbo.
Yeah, you're stuck, and you're most likely going to be alone forever unless it can convert another robot and then keep converting them somehow. Endless possibilities on how that could play out or how it could continue.
Yep. Definitely crazy. I wonder if Resurrections either will touch upon anything like this, or if they're planning on doing like some kind of another installment for, you know.
That'd be cool.
I'm surprised that they haven't already, you know, because the ANIMATRIX, like, as a whole, it screams like Toonami and Adult Swim.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, this whole thing, it's I can't believe that they haven't done something similar to like what Star Wars did for the Clone Wars, you know, or just create like their own, either whether it be like a mini series or some kind of series, would be very fun.
Yeah, because the Clone Wars series, that went on for a long time.
Years, right?
Yeah.
A very long time, and it has a huge dedicated fan base. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Anything else? Any other thoughts on the ANIMATRIX, man?
No, I mean, if you haven't seen it, I don't know why you're listening to us first, but if you are, thank you, and definitely check it out if you haven't seen it, or if you haven't seen it in a while. Definitely check that out if you're listening to this episode and you like what you're hearing.